So apparently I've been living under a rock for the past few years because there's a thing called a pedophilia pride flag. Now this flag doesn't come as a surprise to me at all because I halfway expected pedophilia to be legalized many years ago because Democrats would stoop so low to be inclusive to everybody. So this right here is the pedo flag. The technical term of this flag is MAP, which stands for Minor Attracted Persons. Now the fact that this flag even exists is disgusting in itself. But once I actually look at this flag and look at the colors, it disgusts me even more. So here's a breakdown of what the colors mean on the flag. The top two stripes are blue to represent attraction to young boys. The bottom two stripes are pink to represent attraction to young girls. The inner yellow stripes are to represent childhood and general attraction to minors regardless of their gender. And the middle stripe is white to represent innocence and unwillingness to offend. How disgusting.
Whoever seen such a thing or heard Sodomite, Disgusted, and Sodomy? Shalom, YAHAWAH. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone of Ruel who taught me this truth and of respect, and salutations to the fellow Akim, the house of David, the hopefully elect. This is your brother YAHAWASHI coming to you again with another lesson. And as you heard, all right, this fornicator, disgusted and vexed, with the antics, all right, with the strings they're pulling, all right, to continue to forward their agenda on everybody being fornicators. All right, everybody being sodomites. All right. Well, when you go to the scriptures, it gives you plain examples and plain scriptures, how you should go about, running that nation, that country, that province, Let's start off in the book of Ezekiel 16. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying and comforting. 49. This is the book of Ezekiel 16 and 49. Behold meaning look, right? This was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters, meaning all the people. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy. First and foremost, you see this word pride there. And America country, the pride has reached its pinnacle. All right, this is why you have a thing called Pride Month. All right, and it's in the packages of your food. It's on your clothing. All right, it's on the flags everywhere you turn. All right, you see the pride, and the scriptures is giving you a detailed, example. Matter of fact, we'll come back here. Let's go to the book of 2 Peter 2. In verse 6, it says what? And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So this place, Babylon the Great, we came after Sodom, okay, and the neighboring cities. Nevertheless, the ruler of the city pushes this agenda of Sodom and the neighboring cities. You see that? Therefore, we have to separate ourselves from this. Again, amen, the brother said it beautifully. The brother Barak down here in the Birmingham camp. An inhabitant of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities would blush at this place. If they was teleported into the future to here, they wouldn't want no part of it. And you see this taking place now, as in the video that I showed earlier, man. All right, whatever that thing was, okay, it gives you, all right, the sense of damn. If these people are disgusted in it, how much more the Lord is. You see? Let's continue, verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And we see that, taking place, man. That Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation. We know the men of the Lord, all right, and the few women like-minded are vexed with the filthiness and the perverseness in this place, the iniquity, all right. How much more the Lord, man? You see there? Let's go to the book of Jude, verse 7. It tells you what? Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, right? And you have spiritual fornication and you have physical fornication. Well, this city, the cities that we're speaking of, including Babylon the Great, which is the modern, spiritually, Sodom and Egypt, right? These people are physical fornicators and spiritual fornicators on a high level, all right? Continuing on, and going after strange flesh. You know, man working with that with man and woman working with that with woman, all right? Even the dogs are catching monkeypox, all right, these days, all right? And you don't need to be a Chinese scientist to figure why would a dog receive or be diagnosed with monkeypox, right? And going after strange flesh. This is what gives you the inkling hint. It says, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. You see that? So you people out there that's taking on the manner of Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, going after these strange flesh, lusting after the eyes, okay? All right, you're going to suffer the vengeance, you know, of eternal fire in this latter end, you know? Again, the video shows it itself, man. How could a sodomite be disgusted in sodomy, man? Yeah, it's shit. You can't make it up, man. Ephesians, this is why we got to be separate. Ephesians 5:11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. And this is what we're telling our people, mainly the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, we do use tangible evidence, video clips, articles at times, and we filter through the scriptures. All right, not saying that we need those, okay, but Jake needs something tangible. They need to say something with their eyes and place their hands on it, okay? There's a bunch of Timothys out there, Thomases out there, Salakia, okay? Referring to that he needed to see YAHAWASHI. It says, but rather reprove them. Verse 12, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. And this is the agenda that's been pushing out, okay? Even from the left or to the right-hand side, they both are, wings of the same bird, all right? They both wings of the same beast, okay? Whatever it takes to oppress, okay, whatever it takes to further their agenda, whatever it takes to have people, go along or bow down, to the image, all right? That's what they're going to do, They're going to go all out, And this is their last hoorah as well. So they know after this, there is no more. All right, they're going to be extinguished. They're going to be expired, thus saith the Lord. Okay, this is the book of Luke, chapter 17. Matter of fact, let's go back to Ezekiel 16 and verse 49 again, so we can read that 50. It says, behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Pride, fullness of bread. And of course, you see that in America. You have these restaurants out here, for an example, that at the end of the night, if they don't sell that food, they throw it away. All right. And their claim not to feed the homeless with that food, that same food is, food poisoning. All right. One of the main reasons why they say they don't give that food out. All right, you go to your grocery stores, they have hot bars and hot tables. All right, you go to these restaurants at the end of the night, if plates are not sold or the food that was cooked is not eaten. All right, they just throw those plates and that food away, which is a waste. You know, this is a wasteful culture, a wasteful city here, man. All right, fullness of bread. It says, an abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy. All right, we know that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans will poor and needy, but also the inhabitants of cities like San Francisco, LA, Skid Row. All right, the homeless here in Alabama. You know, we got more homeless men, women, and children. All right, per city than any other country out here, man. You know, shoot, if you don't own a home, hey, you don't even own that property. So damn near everybody don't even have a land. You know, we don't even have land that we own because it's property taxes, man. When you go in and go deeper, right? And when you have the money to help the needy and the poor out, you know, you don't strengthen the hands of the poor and the needy. What you do, you send it to Ukraine, you send it to Jerusalem. All right. Why? Hey, the Lord knows, man. Verse 50. And they were haughty. See that? You people are high-minded. That's the pride of life, man. It says, and committed abomination before me. Therefore, I took them away as I saw good. And the goodness of YAHAWASHI bringing down that judgments was fire and brimstone. All right. He saw fit for that place to be destroyed by fire and brimstone, man. And he did that which he spoke of, man. If you do this, and this is the Lord give you reasons why. His reasons given when you dealing with BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. When you dealing with a congressman or a governor or a Senate House seat holder, whatever be the case, they're not straightforward. All right? BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is the only one that's straightforward. All right? He give you reasons why he's going to do something or when he's going to do something. Or so like not when, but what he's going to do and how he's going to go about doing it. And they could be all found within the scriptures. St. Luke 17 and verse 28. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. And you see this going on now. People building, people buying, people planting, people selling, people eating, people drinking. Okay? As in the days of Noah, when you read a few verses up. Verse 29, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained, because this new rain is going to be strange rains, you know, fire and brimstone from heaven and destroy them all. Each and every one of them. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Speaking of these days that we're in here. Okay. So Sodom and Gomorrah set forth as examples. They have irrefutable evidence, you know, that fire and brimstone did destroy those cities and the neighboring cities like in like manner. So why would you do the thing that the Lord hates, that the Lord abhors? All right, that the Lord has a disdain for, that the Lord said this is an abomination. Don't do this. Well, this city, as Babylon, turn around and do the opposite, man. All right, because they don't fear the Most High is not at all in their thoughts, man. And if you have a ruler of the city like that, all right, you're going to fall in that same category. You're going to fall in that same mindset. Let's end it off in Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, you know, we spoke of Babylon. We mentioned of Babylon. All right. The glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So you're going to get those rains, all right? And in the scriptures, it says what? Strange rains. You're going to get them, and it's going to rain down on this place. Even Sodomites are disgusted in the agenda of Sodomy, man. How much more you think the Lord is? Lord willing, this was edifying and comfort. On to the next one. Shalom.